I love the sound of rain. I don't know if it comes through very well on the clip, but I love that sound. It puddles for me in the mud, and gorgeous. I don't want to rush back. I want to stay out in it a little bit longer, so I thought I may as well just do a clip. Relatively undercover. I'm not at the moment as I walk through, but I can, I think, get to a point where I am undercover and relatively dry. Yesterday when it came, I did run back, so I'd done, I think, my 3 miles, so I was happy to go back. But today I'd kind of like to keep going. I think I'm halfway through my 3 miles at the moment, so we shall see what that gives. But certain parts I'm dry, and I wanted to do another clip for my walk and talk channel. There's one around, follow on from the no dating commitment. As I said in the previous one, lots has been going through my mind still, even after the no dating commitment ended. I think when I was in it, I did take it seriously. I'm not going to say I didn't. I did take it seriously. But I was very busy with writing 2 books and getting them finished and everything. So I think I kind of did it and focused and watched clips and whatever else, but didn't necessarily see the value of it until either months after, once I finished April. So May, June, we're now at the start, or coming to the mid of July. There's still lots of things going through my mind. Lots of realisations, lots of thoughts, lots of things I still want to learn. Just pause here because I love this tree. Absolutely love it, and I have done a clip for the other channel about this tree. Just love it, the way it grows from there. Anyway, my thoughts at the moment, I've kind of mulled over a couple of things as I've been walking today, and that's, will I be okay with not having had the love of my life? Because I haven't. I've had relationships, dated, not too much, I'm very much someone who likes to get to know somebody, take my time. Sometimes in the relationship there's rush, but I also do like to get to know someone. I've never been one for just quick, something happens and that's it. I do like a bit of a relationship, and although I've had them, I haven't had, I think it's important to acknowledge, I have not yet had the love of my life. And I don't have children, that's okay. But it's not like, some people say, my children are the loves of my life. And I can understand that would be the case. I'm walking around trying to find a spot I can stand and not get too wet, and this isn't it. So sometimes people say, my children. We see that in films as well, don't we? I was thinking of the series This Is Us, and how one of the characters, I can't remember, was Kevin, there you go, said he'd be okay if he didn't have the love of his life, because his children would be the love of his life. And then, of course, it all fell into place for him. And I can't say I'm actively looking for anyone. I don't think I've quite have been through stages where I've thought, I should. And I think maybe I'm getting to the point where I think, okay, I've thought I should, like everybody else does. And maybe in those moments I've just gone, okay, I should do this because it's the done thing. But I'm starting to ask myself, is it something that I really want? Or would I just be happy in a different way of life? I've never felt the need for children. I've never felt the need so far to settle down. I always said I would look at that when I was 50, and maybe that's why it's on my mind at the moment, because I am 50. I turned 50 in April. So maybe it's on my mind for that reason. I'm coming to different realisations, maybe honing in more on what I want and what I don't want. I walked with myself yesterday. I didn't record it, but I just sort of said out loud the sort of things that I would like, sort of things I've come to understand over the last few months, maybe years. I think it's always been that. I think I've always known what I want, but haven't necessarily maybe believed that that person exists or that I could have that relationship. And that in itself is a huge understanding, isn't it? I think that for everybody, when they come to that understanding of what it is actually that goes through their mind, makes the biggest difference ever. So I think maybe that's the case for me. And I did, in the time of the no dating commitment, look at what I wanted and what I didn't want and what I could offer. Sometimes we forget that part of what we also can offer. So I sort of talked that through yesterday, and I believe that person exists. I believe it's, I may not know them yet. I may not come across them. I think there's still some work I need to do as a gay woman. Because although obviously I've known my sexuality for years and I'm happy with it and I've dated within it, I have noticed that there are certain aspects of it maybe that I'm still not accepting or I'm not free from. So I think the shadow part of me is maybe that part, maybe accepting and acknowledging that I need to just get on with it and just accept that that's the case. And I don't hold back necessarily from it. I also don't publicly openly tell people. Obviously when I meet them, if they ask a question I probably would, but I don't actively give it away. I don't believe I should. So I think there's a bit there of maybe there's a point where I can trust people and say it. And I ask myself the question, am I actively denying it? So if people are bringing it up, am I actively denying it? And maybe that's the case. But because I work within the community and I've done some research, I don't actively talk about it because I don't wish for that to be dismissed. As that's the reason why it's done, and that's the reason why I've taken a particular stance. But now I'm no longer doing that. I think it's possible to maybe be more open with people. So I think deep inside, I accept it. I think I'm okay there. But yeah, there's loads of realisations. There's those thoughts of what I want and what I don't want, and they come from past relationships, things that have happened, and things I've probably just accepted within friendships and relationships that maybe I'm still accepting, and I just have to acknowledge that actually no, I'm worth more and I wouldn't do that to somebody else, so I won't accept it. I just have to be more key, I think, on that, my values, my boundaries, and the focus there, and just get on with it, and just it's really good to question, isn't it? Because if you'd have said to me, is there anything that you're hiding, anything that you're holding back on, I don't think that, I would have said I don't think there is. And really, I don't think it's a big thing, but maybe I just need to actively say, okay, even to myself, yes, I'm gay and I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I can live that life. If the love of my life is a woman, I have had relationships with women. I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. It's not something I deny in actuality. I think when I'm not dating, I just think why do I need to talk about it? It's nobody's business. And there's more work to do around that. It's not the who we love. I think it's more how we love, and wanting that to be the best part of life. And if there is a love of my life yet to come, I mean, I'm only 50. I said to somebody the other day when she asked if I was married, I said, I'm only 50, I've got loads of time. You know, I could still have the love of my life. I could have that love of my life. You know, if I lived to Nan's age, 95, coming up to 96, that's 40 odd years if it happens this year. And we're both living. My dad's 80, be 30 years. There's nothing that says I can't have that love of my life for a long time, or even the strength of that love. And the short ones I've had, I don't think have been that strength of love at all. So I'm open to the love of my life coming, but I'm also okay, you know, but if it doesn't happen, I can acknowledge other parts of my life of being special. I'll get it from other areas of my life, and I'm okay with that, absolutely okay with that, and that's really good to acknowledge. And I think I'm going to start making my way home, because I don't think this is going to stop. So where are you with your love of your life? If you've got one, I hope you're loving them. I hope they know that they're the love of your life. I hope you know how somebody feels about you, and I hope you're happy. I hope you're treating yourself well and other people in your life. Take care.